Well, hello. I am back. Let's get into it. Oh. Hey, Dan. Welcome in. Thanks for the sub. Hopefully, audio, everything configured correctly. We can just go. Hopefully, this game doesn't crash on me as soon as I boot it up. Who even knows? Ah, we're good. Okay. So, last time we just got off, our passports got stolen. We beat up the people that stole our passports, and now we no longer have stolen passports. So now we can set off. So we present our tickets. Once the door is closed, we can make our way back. If we have anything else to do, we should go take care of them now, or else we can walk through the left and proceed. And because we've taken care of everything, and because I have no frame... Hold on, let me try walking around. My speed definitely shouldn't be stuttering. Let me fix that real quick. We have dog for a while longer still. What is the name? Jan. Jan is the name of the dog. Depends on the version that you're translating to, because the name is technically Zhang, but the existing Western localization calls it Jan. So I'm gonna call it Jan. Okay, let's see if our frame rate's any better. That's still around the same. We'll deal with this. So once again, basically point of no return. We're not coming back here once we leave. So we're done, and we're setting off. Call it Steve, middle name Jan. That's a good alternative. Nope, that's not the ship. That's the pier. Una and Forte spy a boat off into the distance. And now we're aboard the ferry, going to sail off to the next continent of Cagesong. And continue our search for the 24 resonance stones. Forte remarks that this boat is just as big as his boat house because he lives on a boat. And Una says that his boat, unlike this one, is actually broken. Now everybody is aboard. And finally, it feels like we're going on a proper adventure, sailing off into parts unknown, as it were. Forte is wondering why the boat hasn't taken off yet, and McBain says it's because there's still people that are first-class reserved seats waiting to board. And this guy is an ambassador, so he's very late to board. Forte says McBain's intuition was correct, the person waiting to board is indeed someone of high importance. And McBain remarks on the importance of being resourceful and attentive while traveling. And now finally we're taking off. Now we're in the chapter interlude. The prologue is done, and now we're heading into chapter 1. Admittedly, should have done this last time, but Oh right, I have to click past this. You know, this part of the game looks strikingly similar to something that you can make in RPG Maker. Buddha and Forte are beholding the ocean. McBain walks up and asks, "What's so special about it? Don't you look at the ocean every single day at home anyway?" So now we just gotta go around and hang out on the boat a bit. I think we have to talk to every passenger before it lets us off. Very similar to how Trails does it. Especially in Trails FC. Say in SC, if you're sailing from place to place, well, not sailing. In FC, it will be an airship. If you're taking the airship from place to place, sorry, if you're sorry, I need to collect my thoughts. If you're taking the airship in FC and SC, you can't proceed either until you talk to every NPC. On the Ocean Liner here, it is somewhat the same. The game won't let you progress till you talk to everyone. One common theme that you'll find, I'm not going to translate every line of dialogue here, but one common theme you'll find in all the passengers is that the majority of them are extremely seasick. And ironically, Forte, who spent the previous journey being very afraid of being seasick, is actually somewhat immune to it. So now they're asking the captain whether or not they have any medicine that can cure some seasickness. I don't believe such a thing really exists. But the captain admits that he usually brings some, but he forgot to bring it. But he suggests us give them a performance to help them get over the seasickness. So we're gonna do just that. So now our goal is to call every single passenger above deck in order to give them a performance to help them get over the seasickness. Including this guy who's in bed because he's so seasick. We're gonna be like, yeah, if you're gonna puke, go puke upstairs. Puke into the ocean. The animals won't mind. So now we're going to give everybody a rousing performance. Let's play the newest song we got. We haven't heard that one yet. And of course, everybody freaking loves it, so we get pretty popular aboard the boat and everybody's seasickness cured. And just as we finish up our performance, we have reached our destination. The next town's name is Trim. And we have arrived in the town of Trim in the continent of Graysoul. The ambassador, thanking us for helping him get over his seasickness, has invited us to perform at a banquet. McBain just informs him that we're travelers. We're not guaranteed to be at that banquet. We're not going to guarantee to be there at the time of the banquet. And he says it's okay. If you happen to be there, go ahead and hit me up and I'll invite you. So we have presented our passports and we're clear to come in. We meet a group of children as soon as we set into the town of Trim. A bunch of kids sees us as traveling musicians as well as carrying instruments. They immediately see us as terrifying and call us thieves. And they start fleeing from these would-be thieves. Forte and Unar are extremely confused as to why they would be branded thieves in the town of Trim, and McBain dismisses the accusation as just being childish pranks. So now that we set foot in the continent of Graysoul in the town of Trim, we're wondering where the residence stones are. McBain has checked the map and realized that there are now 5 additional places that have been lit up on the magical map. That means there are 5 residence stones here in the town, in the country of Graysoul. So to go around, we have to first go out there and ask around the town to see if anyone has any leads on the residence stones. But before we do that, we can simply take a look at the map ourselves. As you can see, 5 resonance stones, 1 very close to us, the rest are just meandering from place to place. Yeah. So our goal are these 5 resonance stones here in Graysoul. Now I need to, sorry, 1 second. Need to check up some names so I know I'm translating right. Okay. I'm gonna see if we can buy it. There we go. Doll Knight. Gotta make sure we bought it. So that will be the Doll Knight Chapter 3. Got it. Also, weapons store. If there are there any weapons stores? We need to update our wares. There they are. That's an upgrade. That's that's an upgrade. Una, that's an upgrade as well. So these are upgrades, so we'll go ahead and we don't have money. Exchange our money. We'll buy 3. And Forte can equip shield, so we'll buy a shield for. Oh, we can't afford a shield? Okay. Well, we'll simply equip. We'll sell off all those things. So sell. That should be enough money to buy 1 shield for just 1 defense. I don't think that's actually pretty expensive for just 1 extra defense. But we'll go ahead and sell that. So we got our gear upgraded. So people in town are wary of a gang of thieves called the Swing Gang. And apparently the children that we met when we first disembarked mistook us as members of the Swing Gang. So let's try to leave town. But before we can leave, a bunch of men start cornering us. They identify us as thieves and demand us we return the stolen goods. McBain says that he doesn't know what they're talking about. And the townspeople simply tells us to stop playing dumb and accuses us of being members of the Swing Gang. They're cornering us and they're about to beat the crap out of us. And they're dragging us along and Jan is just trying to chase them down. But before they can go any further, 2 people come here to stop them. They ask them what the meaning of this is, and the mysterious old man there says, "Please don't hurry up. Don't bully. Please don't do this. Don't bully an innocent children and an old man." The townspeople accuse us once again of being the swing gang, and the old man approaches and says, "How is that possible? Do you think this old man and these young people are members of the swing gang?" And the townspeople says that their proof is that we are bringing instruments along with us. So the old man says, "If you're talking about instruments, I have instruments too." So the townspeople says that he also must be a member of the swing gang. Then the young girl walks up and says, "Would someone as pretty as me be a bandit?" And using her quick charm, she quickly disarms the situation and talks them down, saying that the swing gang is only 5 people, so this cannot be it. The old man identifies him as Xiao. In the beginning of the game, he was the one who sent McBain the letter. And the girl beside him is his daughter, Rachel. Una and Forte McBain introduces themselves. And Xiao and McBain start talking about once again Leon Frederick Richter's works, the thing that they were discussing in their letters. So Rachel and Xiao tell the group about the existence of the swing gang, people who go around pretending to be traveling musicians and then rob the people blind after the performance. They use their music to put people to sleep. It is a special enchanted music that makes people who hear it fall asleep, and once they're asleep, the swing gang go in and rob them of all they have. And because of the swing gang terrorizing the country of Graysoul, in particular the village of Trim, people here are especially wary of musicians, and some of them have come up and promptly falsely accused us as being members of said gang. They try to convince Forte to help and butter him up by saying that he was the runner-up in the musical competition, as well as being the famed musician who cured a whole ship of people that were seasick. And that was enough to flatter Forte enough to say that the swing gang is in fact a problem, so let's team up and deal with them. So Rachel and Xiao join our party temporarily, and with them we're off to look for leads on the swing gang and try to take the gang down. But now we have 2 new party members, so let's go ahead and actually take a look at their equipment. Please tell me you have... Nope. I suppose it was too much to ask for you guys to come equipped. Alright, well, let's change some equipment up. So equip that. Oh my god, your gear actually sucks. Okay. Their gear actually does suck. Alright, cool. We can't even afford their gear, so we'll put that on hold for a bit. So Bruce here, who runs this little performance parlor, is very dismayed that the swing gang is ruining business for musicians, and Forte has volunteered his help. He asks us to put on a quick performance for him, so we will be happy to indulge. Bruce listens to the performance and says, well, that the harmony is good and the music is good. This is a very important performance, and he says that our music is lacking a substance in the sense that there is no feeling. So he wants us to put a bit, he wants us to find a way to put some more feeling into our works. McBain says that he is very strict, as he rightfully should be as the music manager here. And he agrees that they should find a way to spice up their performance. He gives us a cryptic hint to spice up our music performance, so we're off to do just that. So going into the bar, a lot of the people in the bar are mentioning the existence of a strange stone in the cave south of here, which is in fact the residence stone, as we know. So coming out of a few people's houses, they come at a loss on how to spice up the performance. Rachel and Xiao suggest that they go get a change of scenery and says that why not go check out that magical cave in the south. The group agrees, so now we're off. Let's go adventuring again. With very undergeared people. That's okay. Let's change up our team a bit. Rachel can be... Actually, I don't want people that far back. Yeah, that's probably good enough. So I do know here there is a fight we can't beat yet. Give me a second. Let's go down this way. What we got? Slimes. Oh man, with 6 people fighting these guys are... This is a pretty easy fight with 6 people. Didn't even take damage. Huh. Oh, and Una gets the level up. Nice. They should be able to beat this, no problem. I know this is the wrong way, I just want to see how far the game lets us go before telling us it's the wrong way. Ooh, new monster. Oh, this thing casts magic? No, thank you. They hear a kid being attacked by monsters. One thing attacking the kid. Okay. Oh, you are not long for this world. The kid thanks us for saving him and apologizes for calling us members of the swing gang. That's all. We cleared our name with the kid. We did it. We're good people. So this is the cave where the stone is, but I don't want to be here yet because there's a path I need to check out first. So that was Glyce's cave. That's where the resonance stone is, but we don't need the stone yet. I want to be sure that we're actually being bottlenecked. Oh, I want to be sure that fight is still there first. I know it sounds silly, but I want to go back and check. Because I really want to show it. Also, if I'm not crazy, there should be something here. The screen's gonna get spazzy while I try to figure this out. But yeah, that. There we go. That's an equipment. Forte has one. Yeah, sure, McBain can take it. Actually, why McBain? Because Luna has higher damage uptime, right? Luna can shoot without needing to be near. Alright, cool. Okay, yeah, this fight. If memory serves, this is the fight. Yes, this fight is literally unwinnable. Because the ghost that spawns here cannot be attacked. It's invisible. You can't hit what you can't see. And because in this game monsters are not optional, if you see a monster that blocks the road, you have to dispatch it to move on. That part of the road is blocked off. The ghost is not visible. It will be blocked off until we can find a way to deal with the ghost. So we're gonna buy this for Shao. Can Shao even equip this? He can't. Alright, so now let's go to Glyce's cave proper and actually get the dang thing. Alright, Glycis Cave proper. Let's deal with this. This stone says the Eye of Truth, right, left, left, which is a cryptic hint to the puzzle that we have to solve in order to proceed forward, because otherwise you will be lost in this cave. So that's the exit. That's the southern exit. Right. Wait, hold on. Right, left, left. Forty wonders if left, right, left, left. Wonders if they correspond to the right or left eye. As Shao knows, Shao says you won't know until you try. So let's go right. That's the right eye. Seems like we're back here. Okay, so it's actually the other way around. Oh! That's an armor. Saves me from having to buy one. That's the correct eye. What? There's 3? No. This is the correct eye. It's the eye pointing right. Or right eye. So now it's the left eye, so it's that symbol. But I'm gonna explore a bit more. That's the wrong eye. That's the right eye. So I need to step on the left eye. Left eye. Let me step on you. Right, left, left. So next is the right eye again. That's the left eye. That's a treasure chest. Hello. No, defense +2 accessory. Cool. Right eye. That's the right eye. And finally, we need to take the left eye. That's the left eye. Where else is here? Okay. They recognize the sigil of Leon Frederick Richter and noted that there's a similar resonance stone in the last place. They recognize a sigil pointing to that behind this chamber lies the resonance stone Mind's Eye. This thing can be used to reveal hidden enemies. So once again, we need to do the wall punch jutsu. Hiya! Rachel remarks that had this not been carved as a musical note, she might have mistaken this for a normal stone. Now with the mind's eye, they've found the extra spark to the performance, so now they come back to show Bruce once again. Bruce hears the melody and volunteers to turn it into a performance for the 5 of them. He recommends that while he's composing the piece for us, we go around the town and hang up posters. So now we just gotta go around town, hang up the poster. Except all of the boards already have a poster on it. Goddamn. Oh, there's one. Is she not gonna let me hang it up because this is technically... Oh man. This is private property. She doesn't want us to hang up posters on private property. Man, I'm gonna post it on your window. He's not gonna let us hang this. Oh no. Townspeople are still scoffing at the idea that we're performing, because they're still wary of the swing gang. And they're afraid that this entire performance is just a farce. We find Rachel slacking off. And Jan literally gives her the poster and tells her to get back to work. Bruce really likes our performance and thinks that this will be a hit with the locals on the day of the public performance. And then it's the day of the public performance. But before they can begin, they realize that the posters they put up all around Trim have been ripped off. Bruce apologizes and says that town people's anger towards the swing gang isn't going to be remedied like this, and it was very naive to think that a public performance could win people's hearts over from their hatred of the bandits. Rachel protests, saying that they spent so much effort putting up the posters just for them to rip it off. It's really, really bad-mannered of them. McBain does try to calm her down, saying there's nothing really they can do. If the townspeople don't like musicians due to the swing gang, there's nothing ultimately that you can't really do anything to change it. McBain says the only way forward is to just treat the townspeople correctly and treat them how they want to be treated and just do them right, and hopefully prove to them in time that the McBain troop is nothing like the swing gang. Una recommends Forte try again to go around, talk to the townspeople, and try to convince them to come to our performance. Let's see if we open our hearts to them, see if they'll actually listen and show up. Bruce agrees to give it a shot and heads back to the stage and waits for us. This guy's not interested. This guy doesn't want to come. This woman doesn't want to go. This guy thinks we're joking because they already been robbed. This guy thinks we're here to do business with him. This guy doesn't want to get robbed. This guy says no. This guy says no and tells us to get the hell out. So they leave the tavern somewhat dejected, thinking that nobody's really gonna come after all. Xiao tells Una to keep her head up, but it's not really working. And unfortunately, nobody came to this performance. McBain does dejectedly say that this is the biggest blow a traveling musician can suffer. If there's no audience, then you might as well turn into beggars because there's no business. Rachel insists on performing. Even if it's just by herself, she will perform, no matter what. And before this can get anywhere more out of hand, the children come because we did save them. They know we're not the swing gang and they're here to listen to our performance. The children says that their parents forbade them to come because they're terrified of it. But the children snuck out to hear this performance anyway. Xiao is moved to tears and McBain says that they should put on the best damn performance possible for these children. So off they go. Now I need to look up the next town's name, because we're done here in Trim. Viento. Viento is the name of the next town. Okay. They say that it's hard to work in Trim because of the swing gang ruining business for everybody. They say goodbye to each other, and now we're off to Viento. But before we go to Viento... Wait, Xiao and Rachel can't equip Resonance Stones? Oh right, because they're not permanent party members. Forte can take this one? Wait, what does this give? Nothing. Oh, wait. It gives something. 5 luck. Okay. Before that, with the Mind's Eye, we can see that ghost. So we can defeat that pesky ghost and claim the loot behind him. Found him. 15 damage! Yo! Yo, don't kill my dog. Please, I'm begging you. Oh my god, I'm begging you, you do too much damage. Holy, he takes so little. He takes 1 damage? He hits so hard. Alright, he still has 31 health. No, McBain, get healed. Oh no, Rachel! Mind's Eye wore off, no! No, you need to heal yourself. This should do it. No! Ah, damn it! Do I have revival? I don't, okay. This isn't it. No, I don't want to fight this again. Yet. Okay, he deals too much damage to us. And Una's dead. Alright, let's get out. Okay, we'll do it like this. Rachel behind, you here. There. We do need to resurrect Una back at town. So let's go to the inn real quick. Pay up. Oh, getting the crap kicked out of me. Okay. Alright, so with this formation, we should form a better blockade. And I'm just gonna... yeah, I'm just gonna destroy it. Use all your mana to punch it if you have to. Never mind, you deal 1 damage? Yikes. Xiao needs to be healed. Xiao should tank. He's got the tank items. No, not Xiao. McBain should tank. McBain has the tank item. Refresh Mind's Eye, because it's about to disappear again. And heal McBain. Heal Forte. No, not Forte. Heal Xiao. Mind's Eye, heal Forte. Heal Forte. Heal Xiao. Xiao's dead. God damn it. It was working so well. Damn, it was working so well. Am I out of money? Oh my god, I'm out of money. This place is a shakedown. It's costing me way too much to rest and heal. Oh, that thing is hard. Okay. I don't remember it beating me up this badly. But apparently now I do. I guess we'll make a save here because I'm actually out of money. I can't heal. Well, I can heal one more time and that's it. So we'll make a save. So, well, if we hold formation and just have Forte and McBain tank this thing, it should be fine. Nope, you are in the line of fire. You are in the line of... Go beat up literally anybody else. Yeah, that should work. Now we start healing. Oh my god! No, stop. Stop. Actually, stop. He's not listening to my commands. That's annoying. That's so annoying. He's not listening to me. Okay, so once again, Mind's Eye, detect, you stay here, you know what, just stay here, for now. You stay here. Okay, McBain, unload, Shao start walking up. Now heal. Stay off the punching and just do normal attacks. McBain needs a medium heal here. Good timing, just as he got hit. Small lick. Yikes. Ah, yeah, no, that works. That works. Meanwhile, how's this fight going? Start moving here. Recast Mind's Eye? I said recast Mind's Eye? What are you doing? Oh my lord, you're gonna kill me? Oh no, Una, go up. McBain needs medium heal here. No, 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 no. Okay, you can attack again. Stay the hell away from Una. Nope, run. Heal here. You can attack, you can attack. I will just run. Oh my god, Rachel's just dead. She got comboed out in the corner. Okay. There was an attempt. Can't really fight right now. Rachel's dead. Okay. Oh. I'm gonna switch with this. Oh, that actually helps with frame rate a lot. Because instead of using a VM GPU, I'm using the processor. Oh, this massively helps with frame rate. Where did my mouse go? Where's my mouse? That was weird. Okay. Once again, same deal as always. Mind's eye. Stay on standby here. Shall go beat up something else in the corner. Okay, so now we need to start healing. Heal here. Luna and Rachel stand back. They're being chased. Oh no, McBain. McBain, why do I have to issue this order? Oh, Jan! Jan, why? Okay, go all the way over there. Start leaving, start leaving. Okay, we cornered it. Start range attacks. Start range attacks. Oh, no, don't start range attacks. Hello. Move away. Start healing. Move Jan here. Rachel is cleared. Oh, Rachel's still attacking. Good. Okay, this is a pretty good corner. Recast Mind's Eye. Mind's Eye. You can go back to attacking. Forte attack. You can actually use a double slash. See how much damage that does? Okay, it's way too little, way too little. Don't use your mana on that. Forte is gonna get hit next, so we heal him. Shao is still beating up 4 monsters over there by himself with a Chad. Why is he hitting Luna? Oh shit, he's running! Huh. He's running away. He healed! He can do that?! He's allowed to do that?! Oh, Jan can only tank 1 hit. Jan, get back. Okay, that's it. That's it. Jan's got no more heals. Unless he, yeah, just... that. Let's heal Forte. Okay, probably don't heal Forte. McBain can tank 1 more hit. He's invisible again. Mind's Eye. Okay, attack, don't let them regen. Wait, Shao's AFK. Huh. There we go. Got him. Got him! Any day now. Got him. Huh, had to macro had to micro for the first time. There we go, monster down. Got 2 supplies. I recouped the magic potion I used, and I got this stone. That's not a stone. What the hell did I get? It's just money. It's just money! Ah! I just got money. It's a sellable. Whatever. The sad part is I only got 10 EXP, which means the ghost was worth 6 EXP, because the other 4 monsters are 1 each. That wasn't even a lot of EXP. It was a fun fight though. You know what, let's just heal Forte. Yeah, get healed. So back to Glycis, now we take the southern route out of Glycis. Into the forest road. Very windy, branchy path. Rafflesia, that's the name of this monster. I think we should be able to dispatch them, no problem. Well, no problem is maybe a bit of a looser term, but little problems. Few problems, one would say. Oh man, Rachel has some reach. She has some reach. McBain levels up. Rachel just sniped that thing from across the screen. Ah. If there's one thing I need, I do need Jan to level up soon. Just to get a magic refill. These fights aren't hard. They are... Every time I have to heal, that is pretty taxing. Jan only has so much healing. Oh, wow. 5 enemies! What an upgrade! Oh, quadruple level up. Shaol and Rachel both learned a new skill as well. That was a dead end. Oh, what a confusing path. Oh, hello. What you got? He's just a potion seller. They find a collapsed mouse. Jan finds a collapsed mouse and starts attacking Rachel for the snacks that she's been hiding on her body, and then feeds it to the little mouse. Mouse takes the food and runs off. Oh, 6 monsters this time. There's a Wuna level up. Okay, so Rachel learned a healing spell and Shao learned a beat 'em up skill. Cool. Anything else here worth finding? Treasure chest? Oh, a sword! Nice. Empty treasure chest. Oh, whoops. Shouldn't have done that. Oh, that's gonna prolong the fight. Did I just do 22 damage? What? 40 dealt 22 damage. Pretty good EXP so far, but same thing with trails in this game. EXP curves are designed to like bring you to exactly where you need to be, and then it's just 1 EXP every fight ever. I'm not gonna complain about the density of very easily killable but high EXP enemies. It's always a boon. Oh. Whoa! The Fleeger can poison! That's the first time they've done that. No, that's confusion. Okay, well. Good thing we have the cleanse resonant stone. Get cleansed. Treasure chest. Hello. What's inside? That's a revival potion. Oh my god. Yes. I actually need one. Just in case something bad happens to me again. Like another freaking ghost shows up. I have to use Mind's Eye on. Alright, back to Glycis Cave. So this section of the Glycis Cave is very, very small. Turtle. That's the name of the enemy. Turtle. Very imaginative. These are tanky as hell turtles though. Every enemy in this game regens. That's new. Like they don't do that in the other Gargard games. When they're low, well, very few enemies in other Gargard games do that. Where if they're low, they run back and heal. Like Bane levels up. Because in Legend of Heroes 4, only a select few enemies do that. In this game, almost every single enemy, if they're low, they just run back and start trying to regen to full. Tool. Finally started in a bit to actually say hi instead of just lurking for an hour. You're fine to lurk, Grumpy Tiger. I'm doing very well, thank you. Hope you're doing well as well. Just don't mind this all-out brawl against 3 turtles happening in this choke point. Oh, 18 damage. Forte is hitting hard. We do have 4 party members, 1 battle away from level 7. I'm gonna explore... Oh no, this side of the Glycis Cave. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this cave is just a one-way path. There's not a lot of detours to go to. Yeah, we should be good. Let's leave this cave. Combat is interesting to say the least. I like the idea. It feels like it's 20 years ahead of its time. It really does. It's something that I don't think any other game has ever done. I've seen other RPGs, because this series, this trilogy is the first game I ever played in my life. And then for the rest of my entire life, I've just been on a look for another game that has this combat system, and I haven't found one. Not even Trails, which is like ideally in essence the sequel to the Gagar trilogy. Not even Trails has this combat system anymore. That's a revival ring. What does that do? First of all, we got a good bow for Una, so that's the bow. What is this? So this is a proxy puppet. It saves you from death once and breaks. I have no need for proxy puppets. So not gonna equip that accessory for now. Oh boy, now we're fighting... Hold on. That says duck. That's not a duck. That's not a duck. These aren't ducks. That's a platypus. I think. Doesn't even look like a platypus. I'm gonna still call them ducks because I think it's funny. Quack. 4 people leveled up. Level 7. Let's keep going. Oh no, more ducks. More ducks. Now, before we head into the next town, keep in mind, the 2 extra members in our party, Xiao and Rachel, I spent a good 600 gold or so gearing them up. Just keep that in mind. I spent 600 gold on them, give or take. Just keep that part in mind before I enter the next town. Una leveled up! She learned double shot. I think I know where this is going and makes me sad. So, well, to recap, Xiao in the beginning of the game, Xiao, the old man here with the hammer, he's the person who sent McBain the letter. If you're wondering what the gust of wind is, it's because it's from that bow that Una equipped back there. Xiao is the person who sent McBain the letter, who told him about the water melody, told him about Leon Frederick Richter's works, told him about the resonance stones. That letter is why McBain went on this adventure to begin with. We ran into Xiao and his daughter Rachel, and now they're just tagging along with us for quote-unquote a while. And here is Viento! Just like Trim, the people of Viento have also suffered at the hands of Swing Bandits. The Swing Bandit is a bandit group that uses music to pretend to put on a performance, but in reality uses the music to instead enchant their audience and lulls them to sleep, and while asleep robs them of everything they own. Because the Swing Bandits have hit the part of Grey Soul here recently, people in Trim and Viento are both very wary of traveling musicians, which is exactly what we are. So, Forte and Una think that the townspeople will be especially wary of them, and just like Trim is not going to let them put on a public performance to help them earn a living, And McBain says if this keeps up, they're gonna have to find the swing gang and beat them up personally. Rachel and Xiao recommend to go around the town and collect some intel to see what's what. So Rachel and Xiao for now leave the party to go gather intel on the town, and leaves us as well. But first, before we do anything else, just going to make sure... Okay, we don't have any weapon upgrades in this town. That's fine. I'm gonna sell some things to make money back, because I'm broke. Now I'm no longer broke. So now our goal is to go around the town and gather some information to see if any of these townspeople have anything interesting to tell us. So far, nothing much. People are just engaging in idle chatter. Yep. We already talked to her once. Where did Xiao and Rachel go? I actually don't know where they go to. They're gathering intel, but I don't know where they go off to do it. Let's go to the bar. Oh, there they are. I see them. Xiao and Rachel. Okay. Okay, so to summarize what just happened, Xiao and Rachel came to gather some intel, and based on what they heard around the town, similar to Trim, people here are pretty vigilant about traveling musicians, so trying to perform here publicly is probably a no-go. However, they did go to that super rich mansion to the northeast of town, and saw that the rich man, quote-unquote, that lives in the residence is preparing for the grand banquet that the ambassador on the ship was briefly mentioning. And because he is preparing for a very big public event, he is very short on hands. So he's hiring temporary butlers at outrageously high wages. Xiao and Rachel believe that this is a fantastic deal, and without our consent has signed us up for cruel manual labor with the rich man. So now we already got the deposit money, so we essentially been roped into being personal butlers for a bit. So now our goal is to go to the mansion, talk to the owner of the mansion, whose name is, I just checked real quick, Burian? So now entering the mansion, we've been conscripted as hired help. So everybody's been given separate jobs. McBain's going to go haul cargo. Rachel is going to go sew. Una is going to go pick flowers to make perfume. So now that just leaves Forte and Jan. The head butler looks at us and says that we're just a kid and a dog and wonders what job we can do. Forte says, give me whatever you want, I can do it. The butler says that they're probably too small for manual labor and they're probably not delicate enough to sew. Forte says that he can run really quick. So the butler says, hey, if you can run really quick, do you think you can outrun a mouse? He says that the underground warehouse where they store the food has a minor rat infestation and want us to go take care of it. So Forte and Jan has been given the job of getting rid of rats. This guy needs to see Doggo in action. True. Let's go to the food warehouse. Jan immediately barks, spots some rats. They come here and spot, you can even see it right there, a tiny hole, tiny mouse hole. And here comes a mouse. Take my prime? Aw, thank you so much, Grumpy Tiger. Forte immediately recognizes the mouse here. It's the same mouse they rescued in the forest just a while ago. They saw a mouse in the forest collapsed, and Jan grabbed a cookie off Rachel's private snack storage and fed it to the mouse, and that actually probably saved its life, because it was dying from hunger. Jan and Forte identified the mouse in this warehouse as the same mouse that they fed a cookie to. Jan takes pity on the mouse and doesn't really want to kill it because, you know, we saved its life just like 20 minutes ago. It seems too cruel to just kill it. So he instead asks Forte to spare the mice and just give them something to eat. Forte says that they can't really grab something out of the food warehouse. These things are for the guests. And then they remember the same place that they fed the mouse from in the forest was the private snack storage that Rachel has. She has a little nest egg just of sweets that she keeps with her on the adventures. So now they're gonna go hunt down Rachel and ask her to hand over some snacks and feed it to the mice here. So now we gotta go track down Rachel, who I believe has been given a job to start sewing stuff. So I just need to go find her in the... Oh no, this is McBain, he's doing manual labor. We just need to go find Rachel sewing and ask her for some snacks. That's not Rachel. Where is Rachel? They couldn't have left town, right? Where's Rachel? I'm sure this mansion has a second floor. Maybe that's where Rachel is. I might have missed the second floor in this mansion. Right? Surely this mansion has a second floor. So this woman, this dialogue is actually important. This woman is complaining that girls nowadays don't want to do any work. there was a young girl here to sew, and then after a while she says, I can't do this, and just stormed off, and they don't know where she went. And yes, that young girl is in fact Rachel. So Rachel's run off. So now we need to go find her. So we talked to McBain and asked him where Rachel is, and this is where the 600 gold comes into play. Xiao and Rachel came up to Xiao and Rachel basically came up to McBain and said, hey, we found a new get-rich-quick scheme, and they left. They collected their pay, and they left. And they're gone. We're not seeing them again. For a long time at least. They're just gone. But before they left, Rachel at least left a little bit of the stash of her sweets with McBain to give to Forte and Una for when they get peckish. So Forte asked McBain for some sweets, and McBain handed it over. So now we have some sweets for the mouse, but Xiao and Rachel left the party for good. They took my gold. I bought equipment for them. They didn't even participate in the boss, they just left. Alright, anyway, we got the sweets. Come back and feed the mouse. Mice eats the sweets, they're happy, they dance around Forte. Forte says that this is the last time, no more snacks from here on, and please don't come back to this warehouse. The mice agree, because apparently we can communicate, and they just walk off. So, job's done. But before we can really report back, you can see in the slightly larger font, someone is panicking, saying that something has happened. Young man runs here and reports that the swing bandits have attacked again, and they've kidnapped several people and now is holding the entire town up for ransom for the safe return of the people. The head butler asks who was taken. The young man says the people who were taken were the women that were asked to go pick flowers to make perfume. 2 people from the village and Una. Hearing Una's name, Forte immediately perks up, and now he's going to run up as well to ask for more information. There is a ransom letter left behind. They open up the ransom letter and read its contents. The letter reads, we captured 3 of your 3 young girls from your village. If you want them to return safe and sound, prepare 1 million gold. They tell us where to drop off the gold and demand that we either send old men or young boys to go deliver the gold. If they see any able-bodied men that seem like they can put up a fight, they will immediately execute the hostages. Burino, the owner of the mansion, deduces that they ask for young boys and old men, presumably so that 1, they cannot really put up a resistance against the bandits, and 2, if they show up with the money, they'll get kidnapped too, so they can hold the town up for even more ransom. Forte immediately volunteers to go because Una has been captured by these bandits, and he is not going to just let that stand because he has to go save his childhood friend. Forte immediately begs to be put on this expedition to go rescue the girls, and McBain tells him to calm down. Burino asks who is this young man, and the head butler introduces him for the first time as the temporary hired help. Along with McBain, of course, his grandfather. Forte says that Una is his childhood friend, and begs Mr. Burino, the rich guy, to let him go save her. Burino disagrees, saying that the enemy are hardened bandits, and they're probably not going to just let Forte do what he wants. Forte says he doesn't care. He doesn't care who the enemy is. As long as Una's in danger, he will stop at nothing to save her. McBain explains that even though their original occupation are traveling musicians, but because of the swing gang, they found it very hard to do business because people are very suspect of them, so they have a bone to pick with the swing gang as well. So McBain also asks to be put on the mission. McBain says that he's an old man and Forte's a young boy, so this is perfect for the conditions of the ransom letter. And he shows off his muscles to prove that yes, he can in fact put up a fight if it needs be. Burino, seeing him literally flex, is convinced by McBain's strength. And now they're talking about the condition of ransom. Forte suggests just get a rucksack and put something in there to make it look as heavy as possible. And McBain says do not give even a single gold to these bastards. Burino praises them for their resourcefulness and tells them where the drop-off point is. It's a cave in the south. Let me look up the name of this cave real quick. Aquaharp Cave, okay. In the Aquaharp Cave. So now we're off. We gotta rescue Una and take down the swing gang. Yay! Except our party went from 6 people to 3. This is not gonna be fun. However, one thing to check, one thing worth noting is if we check our map, Aquaharp Cave, there's a resonance stone in there. So we can get our 3rd resonance stone and save the young women. Perfect. That is the water bandana. What do you do? Magic up. We don't have any magic casters. No, wait, we do. We do. We have Doggo. Oh, 1 duck. Wait, we didn't get healed? Oh no. We didn't get healed. And the duck's running away. Nope, duck's turning around. Nope, duck's running away. Is this duck gonna fight us? Duck? Duck? Alright, cool. I walked up preparing for a fight. The duck doesn't want to fight. The way to Aquaharp Cave is we go south until we come across a fork in the road and go east. And we gotta go get Una back. Because party of 3 is kinda bad. Feels like the start of the game all over again. Yeah, Jan might as well heal. McBain's like half health, that's worth healing. This should be fine. Alright. It's still 7 EXP a duck, which is really good. Like just 2 rows ago we were fighting for 1 EXP per enemy. This is really lucrative for EXP. And ducks don't seem like they want to fight, they just run around. Which is extra good for us. Oh, sorry. You know, actually, I just checked the map on my other monitor. I forgot something. Although, I'm not sure if this is even here on the PC version. I'll give it a shot. Oh, it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's 6 treasure chests here. Pearl. That's a weapon for McBain. That's another proxy puppet. That's just revival medicine, large HP potion, large MP potion. Cool. I will never say no to new equipment for McBain. Defense down +1, steals MP, and attack +5. That's really good. We'll take it. MP steal is admittedly not that important because McBain doesn't really cast anything. Puppets sound like money if we sell it. It does. Honestly, short of some cheese strat that I might need to do later. Oh, fork in the road. Short of some cheese strat I might need later, I don't need proxy puppets. Is it gonna let us head south? Yeah, no. It's gonna force us to go to the Aqua Harp Cave in the east. Alright, McBain, go test out your new gloves. See how hard you punch. Oh, Jan is low. Let's heal Jan. 31 damage? Holy, Forte. This is pretty nutty. He's hitting hard. And this thing is healing a lot. Please, okay. McBain, level 8. I think Una's just hit level 7 and she got kidnapped. So she's pretty far behind in terms of EXP. Aqua Harp Cave, we're here. Now we gotta go track down the bandits. They overhear a bunch of bandits discussing who's coming to collect the ransom. What's up? So this guy seems like a new recruit. If you remember Dino from the Vipers, similar personality, very frail, very timid. Definitely not cut out for this kind of business. So he comes out and he gets scared upon seeing us and asks who we are. McBain just says, "You called us here. We have the ransom for you." He asks us immediately if we're afraid of him, and both Forte and McBain immediately says nope. And this henchman immediately basically collapses. He wants us to hand over the ransom, but first, by conditions, we want him to release the hostages first. He's almost convinced by just that, and then immediately snaps to and says, "Nope, nope, please give ransom." McBain says, "Absolutely not. This isn't a trade. This is a kidnapping. There are conditions to be met. Release Una and them or else." And now the henchman has resorted to begging, and he's begging us to give him the ransom, or else his boss will get really mad at him. McBain says that this henchman looks like he's not cut out for this, and so they have potential to exploit the guy, and tells Forte to try threatening him a bit. He threatens the henchman immediately and says, "Release the hostages or we'll kill you right here." The henchman's immediately scared and he runs back and calls the boss. And here comes the boss. But for some reason, even the boss and the rest of the gang are running away because the rats are here! This is why you spare the rats. Oh my god, there's a lot of rats. Oh, okay, there's more rats than I remember. And there's Una and the rest of the kidnapped girls. Una says that the rats came to save them. And here comes the young man that first reported the kidnapping, saying that he's come here to check up on the situation. Rats are the real heroes of this game, that they are. So we could go back to town. But there's a resonance stone in this cave. It seems like a shame to just leave. So let's go deeper and try to find the resonance stone before we head back. The sign does warn us that we need Mind's Eye resonance stone to proceed further, and that's because the invisible enemies are back. So to reveal them, we have to cast the Mind's Eye resonance. Fortunately, we have it. Now last time they kicked the shit out of us, but hopefully it'll be different this time. How hard do they hit now? We do have quite a few more levels. Yeah, okay, this is now manageable. Let's Mind's Eye here, reveal this. Nope, let's reveal this. Oh my god, stop hitting me. Reveal this. Come on, reveal this. Okay, fine, you know what? Go somewhere else. Go hit someone else. Go hit someone else. Forte's the only one with Mind's Eye. Forte's the only one with Mind's Eye. Go attack literally anyone else. Okay, he's turning for Una. I see the shadow. Now we can cast Mind's Eye. You guys can move up closer. There we go. We see him. Attack! That was a bit more scuffed than I thought it would be. That's okay, we'll keep heading deeper. That's downstairs. Okay, let's go downstairs. So admittedly, I don't remember how to solve this. But the sounds of the water in the background is a puzzle. Admittedly, I don't remember how to solve this. Let's just Mind's Eye. We can heal Una a bit. Hello? Mind's Eye? Are you doing it? Forte? Try moving back, because you need to cast a second Mind's Eye. That should be good enough. Second Mind's Eye. So this is the box with the resonance stone. It's locked. To unlock it, we have to solve the puzzle. The puzzle says that we have to find the discordant tone and fix it. They deduce that the discordant tone is the one note that is being played in the background that sounds like 2 or more notes at the same time. That's the discordant part. So to fix it, we just have to go deeper into the cave, find where the water drops are coming from, and fix the one water drop that is not harmonious with the rest. Also, Jan's about to die. Haha. Oh, Jan's dead! Unbelievable. And Jan's alive. Quick, heal yourself. Heal yourself. Heal yourself. Please. Oh, thank God. Okay, so that thing is healing and is once again stealth, so we recast Mind's Eye. There it is! Get him, boys! Jan leveled up. Did he learn something just now? He did. Headbutt! He learned Headbutt. Oh, 3 ghosts. I wish I can pass the stone around to cast it even faster. Okay, that's 1. That's 2. Can we get this thing before he stealths again? Nice. Good punch. This game had a lot more ghosts than I remember. Alright, let's just do it again. Mind's Eye. Mind's Eye. And Mind's Eye. Oh, come on, Jan. Come on. Just kill it. Jan, don't let me down, buddy. Doggle, please. Chase that ghost down. He's trying to heal. Oh no, he stealthed. Alright, Mind's Eye. Come on, Forte. Hit! Nice. So this is a dead end. Yeah. I came all this way for a dead end. You know, 3 is manageable. If there's 4 and I have to spam cast Mind's Eye, then that's a bit more sus, I guess. But I can handle 3. Let's try only revealing 2 this time. For now. We'll just wait a bit before showing the 3rd. There we go. That should stagger them enough that I probably can end the fight before needing to recast. Okay, we got 1. Hey, we're crowding them into us so they can't run away. There we go. That's better. We don't need to cast Mind's Eye again. Luna's almost leveling up too. She's 21 EXP away. We get 5 EXP per ghost kill. We replaced one stone. Still locked. Let's hear it. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's the correct sound. There we go, water! This is the water resonance stone. The water resonance stone, unlike Cleanse and Mind's Eye, the two that we've acquired before, is an attacking based stone, so we can attack with it. Let's give it to Una, and we'll give McBain Cleanse. So Una with the water resonance stone can actually use an attack magic. Now we can head back to Viento and get our rewards for saving the village maidens. Una's cheering that after being kidnapped, they took her to a place with a resonance stone. So things actually worked out. Forte asked if she was ever afraid, and Una says she always believed Forte would come for her, so she wasn't scared at all. McBain laments that they did let the swing gang run away, but at least they saved the girls and found a resonance stone. So now we're gonna go back to Barino. So, to summarize that entire exchange of events, I know I just went through it rather quickly. Basically, they reported back to Barino with the village girls. Barino said that, you know, how could we possibly thank you? And Forte's one request, after mentioning that it was in fact the rats who came to the rescue. Forte mentioned that the reason they encountered the rats in the underground food storage at all to begin with is because the rats were running out of their natural food resources out in the forest due to rampant deforestation from rapid expansion. The two rescue village girls recommended to volunteered to take food out to the wild rats in the forest every single day, so they will not come to town and ransack the food storage again. And Barino also proposes, as a long-term plan, at the banquet that they're going to be hosting, he is going to bring up the subject of deforestation to try to make sure the rats' habitat in the wild are not reduced any further. After that, they discussed the method of actual physical payment, and they said they have 500 gold. McBain initially tries to decline it, saying that because Xiao and Rachel dipped out halfway through, they can't in good conscience say that the job is complete. But Barino says there's no such thing, and we accept the 500 gold anyway. So the town in Viento is essentially concluded, and with Barino's permission, we are once again adventuring to the next town. I like video games. Save the rats. Try to tell people that in New York. Can you even guess through to people in New York? Do they even listen? Alright, so on to the next town. Oh right, more ducks. And a boar! Oh, that's new, a boar. A boar with 60 HP, my goodness. Oh, it's like an armadillo, it rolls and does 10 damage! Okay, kill it before I can roll again. We'll heal Jan. He took 10 damage from the charge. Okay, so boars have 60 health and they charge you down. Good to know. Dogs are basically pacifists, apparently. They don't hit back. Huh. Oh, I forgot something! Whoops. Oh. Game? Okay. I forgot something. The book! I forgot to get the book. Bring me back. Oh wait, it's not her? I thought it was her. Who was it? Who gives us the book? There we go. Got it. And there's the Luna level up. Oh, before we go any further, let's check the map. Because something interesting happens here in a bit. The next Resonance Stone is in Cantus. That's the next town we're headed to. Inside the town, that's where the Resonance Stone is. The 4th Resonance Stone. And there's the mouse! Forte recognizes the mouse and wonders what he's doing here. And the mouse, after conversing with Jan briefly, starts riding Jan's head. Una wonders if the mouse wants to come with us, and Jan agrees. Forte tries to talk the mouse down from joining our party because where we're going is gonna be dangerous. But the mouse doesn't seem to care because it owes a debt of gratitude to everybody and really wants to come, seeming like willing to prove itself. Una says that the rat has got some pep in his step, so why not take it with us? Una decides to name it, and they decide to come up with the name Rick. They named the rat Rick and take it with us. One heck of a party? I know. So now you can see Jan is no longer Jan. Jan is now Jan and Rick. Rick just riding Jan's head. That's our new party member. A mouse riding a dog into battle. Does it do anything else? It rides the dog's head! What else do you need? I want this skill here. Wow, that thing has some range. Can we kill the boar before it charges again? Thanks, Jan. So McBain just realized something and stopped our advance forward. If we check the map, the Resonance Stone in Cantus is gone! It's been moved. It's been moved to somewhere else. Forte's wondering who could have possibly moved it, and McBain says they're not going to learn any answers while they're standing here. And they should probably head into Cantus and find out where the stone went, or if there's any leads on where the stone went. Or like, rather, who took the stone. We know where the stone went. It was taken into a cave. And fight more ducks. Yeah. Oh my god, it was 32 damage. This bow is nutty. Too bad I'm selling it next town. So this is a fork, and Cantus is to the north. Is it gonna let us go this way? Nope, we gotta go to Cantus. We haven't saved in a while. Let's make a save here. That's the load menu. God, thank God it didn't click it. It would have been disastrous. Well, welcome to Cantus. As soon as we enter Cantus, a young boy runs through us. Well, old man rather. A gentleman is following him and asks us if they saw a young boy walk past. Forte points them over. And unfortunately, he was behind us the whole time. He throws a pepper bomb at us and blinds us temporarily. Well, rather makes us sneeze incessantly. The gentleman apologizes and says that the boy is his student, but he loves to prank people. He says that he is a teacher in the Cantus Musical School, the musical school founded by Leon Frederick Richter himself. He begs us to forgive his students for being naughty and throwing a pepper bomb at us. And off to chase a student again. But first, as always, gotta look for some upgrades. That's the item store, nothing for us. Here's the weapon store. We got anything? We do. Alright, so do we get these upgrades? So this is attack plus 3. I'm not buying this. Attack minus 1, defense plus 1 is not good enough for me. Ooh, that's pretty good. The armor is a strict upgrade, so I'm gonna get some armor. So we're definitely buying 3 armors. I'm iffy about the bow, but I'm definitely taking the sword. So the sword he has now has increased crit, but this is just consistently 2 attacks stronger. I'll try it out. That's a better armor, better shield, better armor. I'm not taking that glove off. How much do I value this? You know what, why not? Why not? I'm not gonna sell it back, because if it turns out to be worse, I'll just equip it back. So I'm selling this, selling this, selling this, this. I'm keeping the sword and the bow. That's it, okay. I need to look up these people's names. Oh, that's interesting. Huh, there's a discrepancy here. So this person's name is Maoso. In the current Chinese script, Maoso is a man. In the English PSP port, this is a woman. I'm not sure which is right. I'm going to assume it's the Chinese script, because the PSP port has been slandered for its bad translation before. But if that's the case, that's hilarious. They just thought this guy is a woman? Because he also introduces himself as a quote-unquote gentleman, not lady, the title is gentleman when he showed up on screen. But the English translation determined that Maoso is a woman. I don't know what the basis for that is. So anyway, Forte, Wyndham, McBain introduced themselves to Maoso, the man, to be clear. Maoso looks like a rat riding a dog and says the situation is humorous and says they're well trained. He wonders if we're traveling musicians, and we confirm. And introduces this music school as the music school built by Leon Frederick Richter himself. He tells us that the school here has a tradition of an open concert to the townspeople every year, and this year's open concert is coming up. Because it's an open concert, outsiders are welcome as well, and he wonders if we're willing to perform with them. Una says it's interesting and says count me in, and McBain also agrees, thinking it's a good time to see if Una and Forte are better musicians than they were when they started off. So Maso requests their attendance and takes our name down. He tells us that in the basement of the music school there is a training room and we're free to use the practice room as we please. And he's looking forward to our performance. And I'm just going to refer to this man as a he. I don't care what the English script PSP says. So let's head down to the training area. They identified the pianist as the kid who played the prank on them earlier. His name is Schubert. Schubert apologizes. He said he was just trying to prank the teacher and we were just caught in a crossfire. McBain says that he is a prankster. He said he made that pepper bomb himself and is starting to teach Forte how to make it. Before Una cuts it off saying, why does Forte need to learn that? What is he planning to do with it? Schubert says that playing pranks is a guy thing and girls won't get it. And offers to be friends with Forte. Una scolds Forte for learning how to prank people. And Schubert wonders if we're going to join the open concert. Schubert then recommends us a score to play during the open concert and is going to demonstrate. It can suck when translations don't match. There was an anime I watched where one of the side characters was a woman in the dub and a man in the sub. The VAs were sort of androgynous since it was a younger character. I see. That's awkward. Like, how do you completely misgender someone? Una praises the piano performance, and even though Schubert is a prankster at heart, he is a very, very talented pianist. He introduces the piece as Leon Friedrich Richter's practice piece and is a very popularly practiced piece in the Music Academy. He gives us a spare copy of the music score and asks us to practice constantly in time for the open concert. Schubert praises us for our performance as well, and we're off. Oh, where did my cursor go? So as they're preparing to leave, they overheard Schubert arguing with someone, so they turn around. Schubert angrily exclaims that he's not a kid and starts to run off. Forte calls out to him, but Schubert ignores him and storms out of the academy. Maso and another teacher come out to check, to try to follow him, and wonders what everything is about. They tell him that the principal's office has been vandalized and they think Schubert did it because of his reputation as a prankster. Okay, so to summarize that sequence of events, Forte goes into the vandalized principal's office to inspect the damages. The teacher on the right immediately assumes that Schubert did it and starts blaming him. Forte, Una, and McBain come up with his alibi, saying that until just a little while ago they were practicing downstairs, so Schubert couldn't have done it. He has an alibi. The teacher says that maybe it was done before maybe the vandalization was done before he went downstairs to practice. The principal cuts her off and says this could not be it because pranks are just harmless pranks, but vandalism is a crime. Schubert usually makes very harmless and humorous pranks, but in this case his office was vandalized and his money was stolen. So that's something that Schubert would never really stoop to. He requests the teacher apologize and inspects the damages. Unfortunately, he did get his money taken, but fortunately, one of Leon Frederick Richter's original works was not stolen, indicating that the bandits who broke into the school are actually just common bandits and not after something more precious because they're unable to discern the value of one of Leon Frederick Richter's original works. He cautions the teacher that there's something more precious than money, and that is the mental state of their students, and that's something that should be treasured, and endlessly blaming a child due to his past experiences is not the way. The teacher then decides to apologize, but Schubert, thinking he's been framed, has already angrily stormed off the academy. So now Forte volunteers to go to Schubert's place, which is south of the town, to try to convince him to come back. So we're off. So here we can get Dull Night Chapter 4. And now we're off to find Schubert. Jump bug. Jump bug? What the hell is a jump bug? This guy actually kinda hurts. Without any supervision, he took McBain and Jan to half. That's troublesome. And now there's two of them. Alright, time to try. We now have enough HP that Jan's small heal is not good enough to heal us to fall. Ooh, that hurts. Well, he's gone. Who is he gonna climb? Ah! Forte. Alright, Forte can tank it. It's fine, Forte can tank it. We probably can't tank that. Who's he going on? Una. Well, we just have to keep people out of lethal range, basically. Why are you just randomly Did I say you can do that? I'm sorry? No, you heal when I tell you to. Stop wasting mana. You know what? Time to try out the Resonance Stone. Water Bolt. Water Bolt this guy. Oh, Jen! Uh-oh. 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 Who's in out? Forte! Oh, no. Kill it! 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 Please! No! 1 HP! Alright, who is it? McBain! 2 HP. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Everything fine. Alright, everyone's about to die. Jan has no mana. Let's go back to town for a sec. We just got hopscotched on. Yes, $40. Heal me. Alright, jump bugs are annoying. Let's find a way to deal with them. Well, Una does have plentiful of mana and literally one thing to spend it on, so that's a good start. No jump bugs. Please don't make me fight anymore. 1? 1's doable. I can fight 1. Fighting 1 is no problem. In fact, I'll water bolt it right now. Use your water resonance stone. Oh my god. Who is it? Oh my, why? Why the dog, man? You know the dog can't equip stuff. So he's gonna take a crap ton of damage from literally everything. Oh! Oh! 40 damage! Okay, that's our ticket to kill it. 40 damage. That's a boar with 70 HP. I don't think 70 is how much it should have. Water Bolt. 38 damage. We don't need to cast Water Bolt, just shoot it. Before it jumps? Oh my god! Alright, Jan, if he falls on you and kills you, you deserve it. Alright, I take that back, you don't deserve it. Heal. Please just kill it. Please just kill it. Oh, this is a disaster. We're just gonna be chasing this pig the whole way. No. Heal. Nope. Alright, this isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work. Everybody spread. 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 Okay, Una. The cleanest way to do this is just water ball it. There we go. McBain level 9. Oh, here comes. Oh, that was actually a nice kick from Jan. Send him off course. Okay, if it's in this corner, he's much more manageable. Let's just go double hit it to death. We don't need to double hit again, I don't think. Oh! Okay, 7 HP on that one. This one's dead. Don't heal! Okay, good. Okay, we got Doggy and Forte level up. Jump bug, that's fine. We'll target 1 for water ball. Don't attack the dog. Anyone but the dog. Why? Okay, well, try your rock breaker, see how much it does. Okay, yeah, that kills. Alright, cool. That just kills. You can just shoot. Works for me. They're taking in the sights right now, basically. We're talking about sights, and Forte asks McBain why he became a traveling musician, and he gave him somewhat of a non-answer that he'll elaborate on later. That's a polar bear. That should not be up here. I don't think polar bears live in high mountainous arid regions. Oh my god, McBain's getting the crap kicked out of him by 2 polar bears. Let's heal Una, she's low. Oh, alright, never mind. Orders cancelled due to attacks. Punch that door, please. 9 HP? Oh, come on. No! My dog! That's not fair. He killed my dog. At least Una leveled up. Yay. Oh look, a bowl. Ah, it's the same bowl. I spent money on this. Thanks, game. Did I bring? Yes, I did. Okay. I brought revival. That was a full revive. Well, now we're gonna financially recover from that. Oh right, Una, water, water, water. Kill it? Just 38. Okay, thank you. Oh, this is an interesting terrain to be fighting in. Water ball to the right. Oh, the board is downhill. Oh, this is a nasty choke point. Oh, and our dog's getting clapped. There's poison that we need to cure. There's poison cured. Okay, so that's one down. We'll blast the other one. Once again, Forte's poison. Okay, both jump bugs are dead, so there should be no more serious backline threats. Jan is just chilling. Actually, while you're chilling, just heal Forte. Pretty expensive MP wise, but we got the fight. Small heal, small mana potion. Yeah. Good enough. Kinda need it. Stimulant. I don't think anything can put us to sleep, so I don't know what the stimulant is gonna be used for. There's poison status here, but not sleep status. Just kill it. Is it 40 damage? Oh, thank God. Okay, McBain, self-cure. And heal McBain. Heal McBain. Explosive potion, medium heal, amethyst. I can sell that. Alright, 2 pigs. Dog is about to die. I move 40 out of the way so the board doesn't charge in and kill Jan. Okay, so now Jan's healed, we can do this. Jan is so squishy. He's taking so much damage. I should just backline him and use him as a healer now. I should also try to stop the pig from charging down that cardinal line. Because god damn, this hurts. Alright, we killed both pigs at the same time. McBain level 10. Medium mana potion and another status cure. Oh man! Status cure, medium mana potion, explosives, small heal. I just bought that. That's cloth, that's leather armor. Ooh, okay, no jump bugs, but still very scary fight. Let's take over the bug here first, because this thing can poison. Oh, the knockback! That's insane. Alright, blast. Switch to blast mode. How much damage is this? 34. Yeah. Stay on it. Or not, just get slapped. Alright, cool. Alright, that was Jan's last heal. He's out of mana. That's not Jan's last heal. He gets a convenient level up and gets his whole mana bar back. That seems like the way forward, so let's go left. Okay. I don't think there are secret passages in the mountain. No jump bugs? Alright. No jump bugs, easy fight. We'll single out one target and waterbolt it to death. Okay, that's good enough. Start shooting. And heal Forte. Forte's poisoned, because of course he is. Aw, these piggies. Alright, I've had enough of these things. Blast them. One HP! I'm sad. Just shoot it. Just... heal yourself. Oh, these two polar bears are both slow. They're on single-digit health. Alright, Jan, kick both of them to death. Thank you. And it's just that pig. Ah! Get back here! Forte should not run in the same... or a cardinal direction, rather. So, slightly off step. That's fine. Alright, so now we issue the attack order, because it's healing. So it cannot attack. There we go. Luna level up. I thought that was a secret passage. No, no, I'm not dealing with this. No. Water it. Give it a shower. So this is where Schubert ran off to. And I'm walking very carefully because I'm trying to find a place to make a save. Alright, I'm gonna make a save and say my goodbyes. Because one, is getting late, and two, I have obligations to attend to within an hour from now. So I'm gonna cut it short a bit here. The upcoming story sequence is quite long. So I'm gonna cut it off here, because if I enter this house, I'm gonna lose control for quite a while, followed by essentially a point of no return story sequence. So I'm going to cut it here, and next stream we'll pick up here. Seems like the schedule, revised schedule so far, is whenever I have time on a Friday. And we'll keep that going for a while, see how far we can get. So regardless, I'm going to double check I made the save. I made the save, cool. Gonna shut off the game, and I want to thank you guys for coming along. Hope that was entertaining. Oh, before I leave, because this is a translated run and I cannot do live translations that well on the fly, I'm going to summarize the plot up till now, and then I'll sign off. So the plot up till now, last time we left off, we have just left Fargo after deciding to become traveling musicians to tour the world. So we got our passport checked, we started sailing. So while sailing, everybody had a bout with seasickness, but fortunately the McBain musical troupe put on a performance to ease everybody's seasickness and get everybody back up to speed. In thanks, one of the VIPs who boarded the boat, the ambassador, offered us a seated performance at a public banquet at a very prestigious event in a city far off. McBain then says that he will definitely join if they happen to be there during the time of the banquet, but as they're travelers, they cannot guarantee their attendance. They go into the town of Trim. Trim is one of the first towns in the country of Graysoul, a place ravaged by a group of bandits known as the Swing Gang. The Swing Gang pose as traveling musicians, and they use their magical melodies to put people to sleep in a public performance and then proceed to rob them. Due to being hit by multiple instances of the Swing Gang, the people of Trim, as well as the people at Graysoul at large, are very wary of traveling musicians, going as far as to trying to arrest Forte, Una, and McBain on sight. Fortunately, McBain's old friend Xiao and his daughter Rachel came to our defense, and together we tried to clear our name in the continent of Graysoul and to earn some goodwill back. In Trim, however, the people are very vigilant of us and refuse to come to a public performance. The only attendees are a few children that we've actually saved and are indebted to us. Following, we go to our next town of Viento, where Xiao and Rachel found us a gig of working for a very rich man in the mansion. But while working, Una was kidnapped by the Swing Gang along with two other girls, causing Forte to rush to her defense, but fortunately they were saved by a swarm of rats that Forte took pity on. Afterwards, the leader of the rats, Rick, starts joining with us and rides on Jan like a little Ratatouille-style pilot. Following that, we have come to the city of... I don't remember this place's name, haha! Give me a second. City of Cantus. In the city of Cantus, most famously, there is a music academy established by Leon Frederick Richter himself. And inside the academy, we meet a very mischievous student by the name of Schubert, along with his teacher. Schubert, despite being a prankster, is a very talented pianist and recommends us to practice a performance piece written by Leon Frederick Richter in time for the open concert held by the Cantus School. Before that practice can really go anywhere, Schubert was accused of vandalizing the principal's office, to which nobody but the principal seems to believe. Forte and the crew vouch for Schubert's innocence, but Schubert has already stormed off thinking he has been framed and has been wronged by the academy. Now Forte chased Schubert, climbing up a mountain through a horde of very dangerous enemies into an abandoned, seemingly not abandoned, but very old tea house where Schubert and his grandfather lives. When we come back, we will come in, try to convince Schubert and clear his name, and bring him back to Cantus with us and join the open concert, and see what other shenanigans the Swain Gang is up to. Thanks for coming along, and I'll see you guys next time.